Hello, everyone. Now I think we should start this event. So I am Amresh Mishra. On behalf of Swasthi Young Mind Foundation, I welcome all of you in this international webinar on need and importance of Sci-Hub. I welcome and introduce to our invited speaker, Dr. Vishwas Tripathi, and Sci-Hub owner, Alexandra Albekian. We also want to introduce Miss Hanna, a professional Russian English language tutor, and Miss Lady Yazan, a Spanish English language translator. If you have any question to our respected speakers, please put your question in the chat box. Our speakers will answer it later during the question and answer session. I request to everyone, please turn off your mic during the webinar. Now, let me introduce our speaker, Dr. Vishwas Tripathi. Dr. Vishwas Tripathi is currently working as an assistant professor in the Department of Biotechnology and assistant registrar at Gautam Buddha University, Greater Noida, India. He is a microbiologist and he is currently involved in discovering natural compounds against novel coronavirus. Dr. Vishwas Tripathi has been awarded Outstanding Researcher Award in Clinical Research by Indian Association of Clinical Medicine in 2019. His interview on public health related issues on various news channels has more than 1 crore viewers on YouTube and other online platforms. Recently, he has received Global Research Foundation Award for his research work on COVID-19. Now, I'll request to Dr. Vishwas Tripathi to start this webinar and give his introductory speech and introduce to our invited speaker, Alexandra Albekian. Thank you.
Thank you, Amresh. Am I audible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, a very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all. Because as I have been informed by Amresh, that people from 32 countries are participating in this, and from different regions of the world. So from Indian time, as per Indian time, Indian Standard Time, it's evening 5 p.m. But somewhere it could be good morning, and somewhere it should be good afternoon. So that's why I said that good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all, as per your time zone. Now, as you all are aware that we are going to have a discussion about the need and importance of Sci-Hub in research. So Sci-Hub, I personally feel that it don't nowadays it doesn't need any introduction. Every researcher, every nook and researcher from every nook and corner of this world is well known to Sci-Hub. But we are fortunate that we are today having its founder, Miss Alexandra Albekian, as one of the speaker in this event. And what can be more wonderful than this? So, and before I start my views on Sci-Hub, what's it need, what's its importance, what I felt when I was a researcher when this platform was not there. I hope that you all are safe at your places, you all are in good health, because we all are going through the whole world is going through a very alarming situation of novel coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic, and the whole world is shattered, in fact, in every aspect, be it economical, be it socio-political, and above all medically. We all are shattered because of this novel coronavirus. So as we all know that the Sci-Hub, basically it's a free platform, a research sharing platform for everybody who is involved in the research without any barrier. So this initiative of Alexandra uh, has been well recognized and appreciated across the globe. When couple of days back I was going through, though I'm a frequent user of Sci-Hub like you all, but when couple of days back I was going through how this platform arose, what was the idea behind this, how the founder mooted this idea, what all the struggles he had to face. So it was really very motivating when I came to know that in 2011 she decided, I mean Miss Alexandra decided to provide a free platform to every researcher, breaking all the barriers, all those mm, paid platforms, so that everybody can get the information, freely accessible information, freely accessible knowledge, so that they can carry on and utilize those knowledge, those information for their further research. But when I was going through all the details, as I told you that it was really a very motivating story of her, and after knowing this, I must say that it was her willpower only that today not only me, my institute, my country, rather every country, every researcher across the world is having access of free access of these scientific articles, books, ideas which should otherwise which should have been otherwise free, but nobody took the initiative for that. She dared to do that. And when I came to know that in 2015, 2017, 2018, she had to face lot of lawsuits, lot of cases from the different those high cost publisher groups, high cost platforms. But in spite of all this, she kept on going. We all must have heard a very common saying that when going gets tough, the tough gets going. And it's exactly true in case of Miss Alexandra uh, Albakian. In spite of all these barriers, when against the Sci-Hub, the top publishers of the world have united, be it from Germany, be it from US, from different region. I don't want to name any one of them or pinpoint any one of them, but what I feel, something which really disturbs me, is that I must share with you all. I personally feel that the knowledge should be free. It should be freely accessible. Scientific ideas, scientific findings, scientific innovations should be freely accessible to each and everybody, not only to the researcher, but surprisingly, it was not available even for the researchers. Those who are from the institutions which are not having subscription from those highly paid platforms, they were not having accessibility of these scientific findings. And unless and until you have a scientific finding, how will you carry out your research? After all, why we all are doing the research? I am an immunologist. I am a microbiologist come immunologist. I am working on different virology aspects, signaling pathways. I remember when I was pursuing my PhD, when I was pursuing my doctorate, At that time, you had to face two hurdles. The first hurdle was that you was getting all the articles freely accessible. And suppose if I come to know that last month there were 10 articles which were published in my area of research, so out of those 10 I was finding that 5 are not freely accessible. As a researcher from a developing country who is not having subscription to these platforms or enough amount of money to pay for that, you can think of my situation, with which situation we all were working. And then for rest of those 5 we had to go for a central library. That those kind of central libraries of our country are very few. So we had to plan for that, we had to go there, we had to sort it out, and then also we were not getting around 50% of those articles. So unless and until you are having information, the latest update about your field, how can you carry out your research? But nobody ever thought in this direction. It was only Alexandra who did it. That's why I said that it was, her story was very motivating in spite of all those barriers, and fighting with those big fishes is not a simple task. It's a Herculean task, and she only could dare this. That's why I am saying that she deserves the respect. And nowadays, you just think of that only in it was started. The Sci Hub was started in 2011, and just in a matter of 9 years, today we are discussing it in 2020. It is providing around 81 million articles freely accessible. Just think of the idea with which she went ahead despite all those hurdles. That's why I said when going gets tough, the tough gets going. So people like Alexandra's willpower are very much required in the scientific field. Secondly, suppose if I am carrying out a research, and after all, why we all are doing the research? We all are doing our research in our respective areas for a social welfare, for a cause. Somebody is working to eradicate a disease, somebody is working to solve some problem. Say for that matter, in today's scenario, every important biological institute of the world, they all have confined themselves to the novel coronavirus. But suppose if I am not aware of the fact that what has been done till date in my field, how can I check out my future strategy? It would be really really a very difficult task for me to check out something for the future without knowing what has happened in the present till now. And what if that due to lack of this information, if I am I'm not aware of something which I have planned, then I'm also working on that line. Somebody else is also working on that line, and somebody else has already published that. So think of the redundancy in the work, the time a scientist is wasting in that, and the larger perspective in terms of loss of the scientific community. So I'm least bothered about the rules. I'm least bothered about the copyright laws. Those rules are there. I'm not saying that those rules should not be followed. Those rules are there, and those rules should be strictly followed. But somebody should have think in this direction, that how the people from the developing countries, people from some of the developed countries, how people from the poor countries, people from researcher from every nook and corner of this world, how will they get the accessibility of this research article? But nobody ever thought in this direction. There are rules, and those rules should be there. Those rules are there to help others. So Alexandra Albakian was the pioneer who thought in this direction, and not only she thought in this direction. Today I came to know that around 4 lakhs papers are downloaded every day. Just think of how people are getting benefited this with this kind of open platform which Alexandra has provided. Just now, before when Mr. Amresh was about to speak, I was reading the chat comments which people were sending, and I could only go through the four comments. The first comment was that Miss Alexandra, without your help, my PhD would have never been possible. Think of the contribution of a person in the research. And that person wrote that your Sci-Hub contribution in shaping my career is incredible. So across the globe, people are recognizing it, and uh, we all are really thankful to Alexandra for providing us such a good platform. And I hope that she will come with new ideas in which new ideas which would be in the larger interest of the scientific community, by providing a common discussion platform, or by sharing the recent updates, or making consortium of different groups of making consortium from different countries, from the scientists who are working in the common areas, uh, making a website where you can find out the solution for your troubleshoots, your research, and so on and so forth. When somebody does something, then people have a lot of expectations with that person, and so is the case here. So we have a lot of expectations from Miss Alexandra Albekian the future. With these words, I won't take much time